charcoal.
Right.
You've seen it.
Right.
When you fan, then the charcoal goes bright red.
This is a call for accountability.
You fund government's charcoal to it's bright red.
It's a call for accountability.
I enjoy it. Keep it up as well.
Thank you.
Only that, like I told you, don't burn too much for you not to be consumed by your fire.
You are keeping the conscience of the country going.
I always watch Johnnie's Bite.
The general watches Johnnie's Bite.
Every day.
Thank you very much.
And it's devoid of insults, but straight to the point, factual and fearless.
Charlie, no be joke. The pressure people like Johnnie can give you.
No.
You know, get grey hair, you go get grey hair.
I'm innocent.
And that's what I'm saying. That the pressure Johnnie and his people, the pressure they can give you, you know, get grey hair, you go get. So your best bet is not to have hair.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, the Lord is my light and my salvation, whom shall I fear? And yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil, my cup overflows, and surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever and ever. Amen. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to Johnnie's Bite. It's Thursday. This morning, I have seen, and as I said yesterday, I've seen a lot of conversations about this whole rejection of Ex-Gratia by Toby Apede. You know, the analysis that have been done on various platforms, the rebuttal from the palace, and what have you. There's one thing that is striking, and for me, which is our national level of hypocrisy. Yes, our national level of hypocrisy. We're talking about not having money. Now, you are giving somebody what the Constitution says, take. The person says, I think we have enough at this time, and this particular one at this time, I don't think I deserve it, so take it back. The person has shown you evidence of giving you the money, and you still send your goons to attack the individual, the noble chief. It's pure hypocrisy. And I've heard some people make the argument that, oh, well, if he's returning the Ex-Gratia, then he should have returned all the, the other benefits that he got while he was serving as a member of the Council of State. When the First Lady paid back the monies that people agitated, the salaries that the spouses of the first gentleman and the second gentleman, and if you like, the wife of President Mahama and President Kufuor, when they returned their monies, did we also ask them to return the benefits that they had? I would have wished that at this time we would have been told that, oh, whatever is being deducted from the salaries of the members of the executive is going into X account, and will show evidence to the people that this is how much we accrued. We have not done that. The person who has gone through the pain over and over again, tried and has actually paid the money into the state coffers and showed you evidence, he is the one that you are vilifying. But in the end, that same money will be surreptitiously will be used to pay for something that we are not looking for. And it's painful. It's painful to know that we say we are building a national cathedral, and God's house is the house of truth. But we are building God's house on a land of lies. A cathedral is God's house. But we are building the house of God, which is the house of truth, on a pack of lies. We were told that the National Cathedral would not have any kind of public funds anywhere around it. We had men of God tell us that we should not oppose it because it is not going to be state coffers that will be used for it. Now there's glaring evidence that state coffers have actually been used for it, and it was without the tacit approval of the representatives of the people, which is Parliament. So, how do you feel this morning knowing that your money is being used for something you did not ask for something that you perhaps do not need, and it is being used forcefully and deceitfully, and you are being it's been explained away with dry jokes and religious bigotry. How do you feel? If we had our priorities right, I'm not saying we can solve all our problems, but we have our priorities right, we would not be talking about some of these things. But yes, here we are, we're talking about it. And I have said before, in this country, when a matter comes up and religious and spirituality steps in, common sense flees, confusion runs in. In this country, we can have a very sane conversation. As soon as somebody throws in the twist of religion and spirituality, common sense will run away from the room, confusion will run into the room, haywire. That's where we are now with all this conversation. How is it that as a country we decided that these are the processes to approve payment? We have sidestepped the processes and we have gone ahead to make payments. And when you ask questions, they say, you don't like God. Who told you God enjoys lies? Who told you? And deceit? Who told you? So I'm saying that whatever money has been returned by the noble chief Toby Afede, and take it or leave it, they may put pressure on other members of the Council of State and other people who have drawn from the consolidated funds for a long time to say, Charlie, please, let's also give small to our country. At this point, everybody must contribute. That's why yesterday I asked, you are asking the young people of this country to contribute to sacrifice. What are our leaders sacrificing? And can there be patriotism on an empty stomach? No. So I've heard the narratives, the different nuances, trying to, pick the noble chief and make him look, but think about the bigger picture. The Council of State as we have now are shedding off 20% of what they earn every month for that part-time job, which pays more than many full-time jobs in this country. Is that hypocrisy too? Should they also give off everything else that they are getting as part of benefits? Members of the executive and appointees, some who are declaring losses as head of state-owned agencies and enterprises. They are declaring losses, yet they have their bodyguards, they have their cooks, they have their garden boys, they have everything. They have their vehicles, they have their weekly petrol allocation, they have everything. But they are giving us 30% of their salary, even though we don't have evidence to prove that this is how much has been deducted or accrued for the month of May when we started, and this is where the money is going. We still are happy and we applaud them. Should they also give off all the benefits? That's the level of hypocrisy I'm talking about. It is the level of hypocrisy that makes us see white and say it is black, which is why we are not able to tell the president in the face that this is wrong. And when you are bold enough to say, they say you are disrespectful, but they cannot say what aspect of what you have said is disrespectful. The truth is one, it's bitter, it's painful, but it is what heals. I want to prick your conscience this morning. Danny, play Dr. Atakenegidi's video for me.
Hello, good day, fellow Ghanaians. Greetings to you wherever you may be. I wanted to take this opportunity to offer some support to Toby Afede. Regardless of his motives, I think giving 365,000 back as Ex-Gratia that he thinks he did not deserve is a thing we should celebrate. We do not support good acts because whoever did those acts has always been a saint. I supported Sam Jonas' comments about our country because what he said was right. I have supported the stance of people for good effects because whatever they did in particular at that time was a good thing. As a soccer fan, I have seen Ronaldo miss many scoring chances, but when he scores, I celebrate. I saw Kwesi Owusu and Abukari miss a lot of goals, but when they scored, I celebrated. So in the same way, we should celebrate what Toby Afede has done. I am hoping that this will inspire more soul-searching and examination of consciences by others who served on the Council of State with him, so that they too can return Ex-Gratia that was undeserved. I hope that this will lead, for example, to soul-searching by parliamentarians who've gotten Ex-Gratias 5 or 6 times, something that you are supposed to get for only one retirement. And when these things happen, then it will be good for our country. But more to the point, I hope that Togbo Afede's behavior and the conversation that started will lead to an honest re-examination of Article 71 benefits and the fact that it is gradually becoming organized stealing that is morally unjustifiable. I think we should cap it, and I think that we should look at how, for example, we ended up paying even the spouses of the first and second gentleman's salaries and all those abuses of the retirement benefits system that is going on in our country. Thank you for Togbo Afede. Let's take this chance to make some reforms so our country can move forward. We should praise good things because small good things eventually can lead to big good things.
Wise man, good morning and thank you very much. Again, I like your closing thoughts that this should inspire a national conversation. And yesterday, we got a special explanation as to how this situation obtains and why it obtains. Because as it stands now, there are ministers and MPs who are drawing salaries of the previous regime. We have not, and the president is enjoined by the Constitution to set up the committee to decide what the terms of reference, the terms of employment are. While they are in office, we wait till they have rounded up all their work for 4 years, and then we do the calculation and pay them. So literally, they are taking, if you like, a back pay kind of thing. But what impact does that have on our public purse? We don't have money. That's the complaint. We are broke. We don't have money. We need to charge e-levy. We don't have money. We can't go and borrow anymore. We don't have money. We keep complaining. That's why we are feeding our children with 97 pesos in school today. 97 pesos. What can it buy? That's why we have not been able to pay teacher training allowances, nursing training allowances. We have not been able to pay. That's why we owe NAPCO. That's why the promise of paying part of your rent or your rent has not been fulfilled. The truth of the matter is that we do not have money. So why is it that somebody gives you money that you say you don't have and you are angry? And you say it's hypocrisy. This should start that national conversation. And just like the president will oblige the State of the Nation address, Article 67, the president should also oblige what's going on. And speaking of the Council of State, the Council of State's job is supposed to consider boards. I am reliably informed that the University of Media Arts and Communication Act, which was, assented to by the president, gazetted in 2020, while COVID was on, is still yet to be implemented. You know, that is a combination of the National Film and Television Institute, the Ghana Institute of Languages, and then the Ghana Institute of Journalism. All three have been put together as the University of Media Arts and Communication. As we speak, they have no council. And without their council, they cannot take any meaningful policy decision. None. They can't take it. They can't adjust their school fees. They can't take anything, any serious decision. Is the Council of State now, which will take Ex-Gratia in 2024, maybe 2025, are they thinking about that and the numbers of students and how their lives hang in the balance? That's the kind of conversations we should be having. We should be thinking forward, not backwards. We should not be stuck in our old ways and be defending every kind of thing that is thrown at us. You are defending everything, but you are hungry. And you turn around and come and ask for 20 cedis and 50 cedis and 30 cedis. If the situation is better for all of us, you won't have to come and beg me. If you had a job to do, you won't have to come and beg for a job. You have to come and beg for food. Think about it. You are a young person. You are very, very young and energetic. How is it that you wake up in the morning and you have nowhere to go? You have nothing to do. You are not contributing to your personal economy, the economy of your household. You have become a burden on your parents. You have become a burden on the nation. And your best bet is to defend how you are being burdened or how you are becoming a burden. Listen to wisdom. We'll wrap up with this one. It was written in 1957, but it's true today. It says, when you see that in order to produce, you need to obtain permission from men who produce nothing. You want to start a small shoe manufacturing, enterprise. And you need permit of those who have never manufactured shoes before. And they will frustrate you, pay business operation permit, pay this, pay that, pay that. By the time you finish, if you had gone to contract a loan from the bank, the half of the loan would have been gone even before you start the enterprise. And that's the pain of many young people in this country. We are told to industrialize. We are told to get into entrepreneurship. But the real reason is that the banks are not even giving you the loans that you need to even start the business. That's the first one. The second one, you start a small shop, you put a signage there, GRA has come. The local assembly, everybody is coming to you to come and collect what you have not even started. Yet we have a GIPC law that says that retail business should be for indigenous. Go and check. Go to UTC. Go and check the foreigners who are in our local market. We are losing our local market to foreigners. Those who want to innovate and create, which we have been told the payroll is for and they are innovating, they are also getting pressed down. And here we are. Continue the quote. When you see that money is flowing to those who deal, not in goods, but in favors, and I'm talking about the social media army. When you see that men get richer by graft, that's corruption, and by pull than by work, and your laws don't protect you against them, but protect them against you, when you see corruption being rewarded and honesty becoming a self-sacrifice, you may know that your society is doomed. Ayn Rand, 1957. Mapon, good morning.